healthy jackfruit.
And you guys posted on my 30 videos in 30 days thing and the challenge and on my last video that you wanted to know about caffeine addiction. And since I've never liked coffee, I've always found it to be kind of bitter and disgusting. I've never liked it unless you add a ton of sugar to it. So I thought I'd bring in someone who knows about caffeine addiction. And LJ has overcome a serious caffeine addiction. How much coffee did you drink? How often in the past? And for how many years?
I drank coffee every day of my adult life. At least 2 cups, sometimes more. At least 12 or 13 years before I gave it up, before I kicked the habit.
And how did it make you feel when you did drink caffeine?
I felt like I could function.
Yeah.
I was dependent on it. I didn't even notice the buzz or body feeling after some time because...
You become immune to it?
Yeah. And it was more just a mental thing that I had to have it. It was my crutch. And
it's like crack. It becomes so addictive, right?
Yeah.
That's true?
It's a drug. It's a drug. Caffeine's a drug just like crack is.
Yeah.
And I was addicted. It was my drug of choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you drank it for 12, 13
years, probably more.
When did you start deciding that caffeine maybe didn't have a place in your life anymore?
It was when I started to get really into being serious about my health and moving towards an 80-10-10 lifestyle. And you know what? This was the one thing that I didn't think I could overcome, and this was the one thing
Your one crutch.
That I thought would hold me back from coming to this lifestyle. That's how I know that if I can do it, anybody can.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't think I'd get this far, Tara.
Yeah.
I was so addicted. Like, I would travel with my paraphernalia. It really was paraphernalia.
This is her coffee. Her coffee paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Where would you bring this? Show them.
Oh, I would bring it everywhere.
Yeah.
I brought this to like Honduras with me. You know, it's like
that's dedication.
You know, all this heavy stuff I carried around with me. It's just junk. You don't need this stuff. You know?
I want to ask you, why did you think coffee was not a health food? Because just like red wine and things like that, there's always good studies and there's bad studies, and people saying, yeah, if you drink coffee, you're going to get antioxidants or whatever the benefits are supposed to be. Yeah. What made you realize that it's not a health food?
Well, when anything is cooked at such a high temperature, it becomes a carcinogen. So a coffee bean is roasted.
Yes.
So any good you're going to get from that coffee bean is actually non-existent once it gets past that certain temperature. So what? And it's a diuretic as well.
Yeah.
So you may be drinking water in it, but you're drinking water that's going to make you thirstier, and that's actually leaching the good things in your body out of it.
I think people really have trouble getting rid of it, and they're like, oh, just drink extra water, but it doesn't really work that way. It's still dehydrating you and still having a negative effect on your body, right? When you decided, I don't want coffee anymore, what did you do?
Well, I'm going to be doing a big video on this as well, because there's definitely key things that you can do to wean yourself off. The number one thing is definitely hydration. And you've got to hydrate yourself.
This is Ryan.
And I made him this coffee this morning.
Ryan is drinking coffee this morning.
And I still love the smell, but I have no craving for it now because I'm so hydrated.
Coffee is still a fruit, isn't it?
No. See, this is cool because this is a good indication that you can still be surrounded by people who are junkies.
I love
you can
the
still
smell.
be surrounded by junkies who drink coffee and be immune to it. I mean, we haven't had any. We're like, look, you want energy? This is a flower vase. It was full of like 2.5 liters of flower vase for breakfast. You want energy? Drink one of these things for breakfast. Banana date smoothie. It's incredible.
But back to the question, isn't coffee a fruit?
Some fruits aren't good for you, even if it were.
No, that's right.
It's not a fruit though. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab another coffee, guys. It's been fun.
Some people feel okay at a level of health that isn't up to where we're used to feeling.
Yeah.
But if you want phenomenal health, then you got to cut the things out that aren't benefiting your body, right? LJ is going to do a video and get really down into the basics of how to stop your coffee addiction. I'm going to give you guys a link to that video as soon as she's put it up.
Yeah.
But what would be your number one tip for people who are trying to get rid of caffeine?
Hydration. So the first thing you do in the morning, instead of going to get your coffee stuff ready, grab a liter of water, you sit yourself down, get your morning paper, whatever you do, and you have a water session. And you start to get as much water as you can in at one sitting every morning until you can eventually get to a liter. I could only do half a liter, and then I got up to 3/4, and then I got to a liter. And once I have that liter of water, I know that I'm getting fully hydrated and I'm getting more alert, and I'm starting to take away that artificial craving for something else, because once you're hydrated, you are starting to get satiated. And then with another 1,000 calories of fruit, you will start to get truly satiated, and any craving you have for something external and artificial will completely go away. The water will take away the headaches that you're going to get at the beginning a little bit.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask, detox symptoms. Because you probably will experience some headaches. It's a drug. You have to come down off that drug, as with any kind of drug. And if you don't like plain water, you might not like plain water. First off, if you don't like plain water, you're probably not drinking very good water. Because when you get some great water, I'm talking, maybe I'm lucky, I drink glacier water. You might not be able to.
Everybody lives on Vancouver Island.
But you can get a Berkey water filter or something like that. Something really, even just a basic water filter. When you're drinking good water, you have the desire to drink it. It tastes good.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on here, what were some detox symptoms that you dealt with at first?
Definitely the headaches, lightheadedness. When you start this lifestyle, you're starting to get truly satiated and hydrated. It's easier than you think.
Is it?
It was so much easier than I thought it would be.
Good. You can drop your caffeine addiction or your addiction to anything else. I'm going to have another video that I'm going to do on food addiction, because I battled for a long time with addiction to certain foods, and I still struggle with it from time to time. So I think it's important to realize you're not alone. We've all dealt with some sort of addiction. How long have you gone now without coffee?
Almost 1.5 years.
And you feel better without it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
If you guys like this video, or if you have any more questions for LJ, always comment in the comment section below. And press the like button too. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.